Hey Spacers, we're here making our side dish for Rohor's Hammerboard. What we're making is Dauphinoise Tubers. Now, we're going to be boiling our tubers in evaporated milk and heavy cream instead of water, which is going to make these things taste amazing. So first, we're going to be starting off with 1 can of evaporated milk, and we're pouring that into our big pot here. Next, 2 cups of heavy cream. And 2. Next, we're adding a little bit of cheese early, and we're putting in 4 ounces of cut Philadelphia cream cheese. Next, I've got 2 cloves of grated garlic, and then 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. And 2. For our seasoning, we're starting off with 1 tablespoon of coarse sea salt, 1 teaspoon of rosemary, 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg. Then we're going to be throwing in 1 sprig of thyme. Actually, I've got a little bit more thyme because you can never have too much thyme. And finally, we're going to be adding in 1 bay leaf. We're going to mix this up. This is going to go on the oven. I'm going to be over here chopping up our tubers. So I've got 2.5 pounds of golden Yukon potatoes. I'm going to be keeping the skin on. We enjoy the skin here. If you want, you can peel them. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be slicing this into about 1/8 inch thick slices. And as soon as we're done cutting them, we're going to be putting them right into our cream mixture. And this is going to prevent the oxidation on the potatoes. I've finished slicing up our tubers and I've placed them in our pot. I've brought it over here to the stove and we have it at a medium heat. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be bringing this to a nice simmer. As soon as it gets to a simmer, we're going to lower the heat and keep these on here for about 5 to 8 minutes until the tubers are tender but not completely done. Once that's completed, we're going to be placing these inside our 8x10 casserole dish and putting them in the oven. I have the oven preheat to 375 degrees, so we'll see you back there. So we're back with our Dauphinoise tubers. They're off of the stove, they're tender, not completely done yet, and we're ready to put them in our 8x10 casserole dish. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these and we're gonna layer the bottom with about half of our tubers. Once we get these in here, we are going to put about 3/4 of the cream mixture in with our tubers. So I've almost got that layer down. See how they're not completely organized, but they're just nice and covering over that. Now I'm going to come in and spread some of the cream sauce on top to where I'm covering these completely with the cream sauce. So I've got our first layer of the tubers down. I've got the cream covering over top of the tubers. Over here, I have 4 ounces of Havarti cheese and 4 ounces of Gruyere cheese, and I've mixed them all together. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this nice shredded cheese and we're gonna put this over and make a nice layer over top of our tubers. We're going to be leaving just some of this for the top layer. Next, we're going to be taking in the rest of our tubers here, pouring these in on top. And that is our final layer. And then we're going to take our remaining cheese and put this over top. Spread that around. And then we are going to take this and we're going to be putting it in the oven on top of a baking sheet, so that way if it boils over, it doesn't go all over the oven. Over here, our Dauphinoise tubers are done. They came out of the oven perfect right at the same time as our Asuka did. And so I'm gonna get this finished up here. We're gonna come back with the final dish and the star attraction, the Great Madim Rohor's rotted flesh of hammer boar in congealed blood sauce. Hey Spacers, we're back. We have finished with the Great Madim Rohor's rotted flesh of hammer boar in congealed blood sauce. I brought it in off of the smoker. It's been out there for a total of 7 hours cook time. The last 45 minutes we were marinating it, putting the glaze over top of it, and as you can see, it looks fantastic. I've had it on the cutting board waiting for 10 minutes, and I've prepared a plate with the Shatsuka Satavari and some of the Dauphinoise tubers. I'm gonna cut off a piece of this hammer boar right now, and I'm gonna put this on a plate. Look at the way that just comes out real nice. It is falling apart. I cannot wait to eat this. Now, with that, I'm gonna take a spoon of our congealed blood sauce. Look at that. Don't that look pretty? I'm gonna put that over top. And I wish you were here to smell it. I also wish you were here to taste it. So I can't wait to dig into the hammer boar. I'm gonna try this right now. Mm. 7 hours was worth the wait. The pork is super tender. The sauce combined with the glaze, it's an explosion of flavor in your mouth. Now, with the Shatsuka Satavari, look at the way that egg poached in that tomato juice, and I've got everything covered with the asparagus. It's got the avocado off on the side as a topper. I'm gonna let this egg go. I'm gonna take a quick bite of this. That is perfect. Altogether, this dish, I can tell right now, you can take a little bit of each thing and it's gonna be the perfect bite. Now, last but not least, the Dauphinoise tubers. Look at how cheesy that is. This is fantastic. I can't wait to see you guys again next weekend. Remember, until next time, ETF.